Hi everyone, my name is Carrie, and in this video I will be sharing my memory plan for the month of September. First, in this video, I will choose my iPad wallpaper. Then I will fill in my weekly skincare spread. Then I'll add in a few stickers from my free self-care sticker sheet, which you can access from the link down below in the description box. And lastly, in this video, I'll finish off with my skincare mood board, where I will be collecting images from Pinterest. First thing here, I am changing my iPad wallpaper for the lock and home screen using a website called theeverygirl.com's tech backgrounds. As you can see, I haven't changed this since December of 2022. Well, I mean, you couldn't see that, but it's been a while. I have not been digital planning as much lately and as much as I used to. And you'll see in this video, I'll be dusting off some of my old skills and trying to enhance them moving forward. TheEveryGirl.com, I have been using them since about 2017. And I like to set the mood for all of my devices, my phone, my desktop, and my iPad. They even have an option where you can use the background picture without the month being on the screen and without the little calendar as well, which I think is lovely because then you can reuse your favorite ones time and time again. Did I also mention that these are free tech backgrounds that they drop monthly? This is not a sponsorship or anything or an ad. I just really love them, and like I said, I like to have like a refresh moment for every month whenever I get back into planning or needing to keep track of anything. It sets the mood for me. So I recently got into Korean skincare beauty products, and as I began learning and collecting products, I realized that I needed to create an entire new beauty setup to host my products. That way I could make sure that I was keeping up with my routine and the product application, and that these beloved products would be and remain in reach. Maybe at some point later on, I'll share my current skincare product organization. I've actually opted to put them into a drawer that's right at a desk. I can pull it out and it's nicely organized in these different organizers that I got from Target for, I think, about $3 in the organization section. So that's fabulous, but maybe I'll insert a picture in a future video. So for right now, what you'll see as I am creating this self-care weekly chart, I have scribbled down a bunch of ideas and a general outline on this spread for what I want the end result to look like. So you'll see me doing a split screen between two planners so that I can copy my notes from my scribbled notes and get it nicely typed up into my self-care weekly planner sheet. For this layout, I needed it to be as easy as today is Wednesday. In the morning, I do this, and in the evening, I do this. This weekly spread is created so that everything can easily be seen and tracked at first glance. And the first thing to do is to add in the days of the week. I already have some stickers that I've collected from over the years, and so I'll be pulling from those. These ones are super cute because it's all black, and on the left hand side you'll see that they have like a heart next to it, and it's not a standard heart, it's kind of like a little bit of a curved heart. You'll see me use these time and time again. I just think they're super cute. Another thing is lately I have been organizing my stickers just so that I can find them easier. It'll help me create layouts easier, and it'll make the whole digital planning just an easier process. If you've been doing this for a while, or if you're new to this, you'll understand that it can be very time consuming, and it definitely is something that you have to set aside time to perfect your craft and enough time for your creativity to peak. At this point in the video, you can see I was ready to type in my routine. I am pulling out my Bluetooth keyboard. You'll see me fumbling a little bit, just adjusting the camera to make sure you guys can still see what I'm doing. I'm testing out the fonts just to figure out the right sizing, the right spacing, the correct font that I want to use. I also was contemplating if I was going to set this as a default font. That way, every time I went to type, that it would just automatically be the right size and the right font and everything like that. But I decided against that and just kind of went with the natural flow. I also forgot how to spell one of the products. Listen, this is Korean skincare. Everything is just completely different. I don't even know how to pronounce some of these things, but I wanted to make sure I got the spelling correct. Ultimately, I decided against putting every single name as it wouldn't fit into this chart, and I kind of needed something just super easy. Moisturizer, I have a couple different ones, so just kind of going with what I felt like putting on here. It's not consistent, as you'll see. Some of the bullet points will have names and some of them will not. So overall, you can see that this is a blank page besides the wording of September for the month being on top. I have it separated into two columns. The top column is for my AM routine, and the bottom column is for my PM routine. Right now, I'm adding in stickers into my GoodNotes. I use GoodNotes 5 still. There will be instructions that are included when you download these free stickers on different ways to import them. This is going to be through Canva, and for me, I do have Canva Pro, and so I download them, one as a PNG, and I also select transparent background, which is only available as a feature on the Canva Pro account. So sometimes if I didn't have Canva Pro, I would do a free trial in order to get Canva Pro features and access to them. So that's one way. Another way is if you just downloaded them as a PNG, if you didn't want to get the Canva Pro account, you can download them and then do the freehand crop tool that's in GoodNotes, which you will see me doing throughout this video. Coming up next is going to be the mood board. So I'll be selecting images from Pinterest. And for those, sometimes I do like to go over with the freehand and crop out different parts of the image and then import it. You'll see me doing that a bunch. So I wanted to list out a few of the different processes in my Korean skincare journey. As you get into Korean skincare, if you decide to, you will learn, one, that these products have expiration dates. So just keep track and keep that in mind with when you're purchasing, when you're opening different products. You don't want to, waste your money. You want to make sure you get your money's worth. And the second thing to keep in mind is that certain ingredients cannot or should not be mixed together and with each other. So definitely just please do your research. I studied for about a month daily for a couple hours on different usage experience and reviews, and reading up on the 10-step Korean process. Lots of books in the libraries that you can get, lots of information, even on Pinterest, little infographics, but definitely do your research. And everybody's skin goals is completely different, which is okay, but you just want to make sure that whatever areas that you're targeting, whether it's even skin tone or hyperpigmentation or aging or wrinkles, just do your research. That's going to be the best thing. And this is a disclaimer. What I'm using is what I'm using. I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not a licensed anything. I am learning, I'm doing research, and I'm just sharing my process. This is not as a recommendation, but just generically, the steps that I'm following are based on the 10-step Korean process. As I mentioned before, I personally deal with a lot of hyperpigmentation. It seems to run in my family. And one of my biggest goals as a darker skinned woman is to aim for an even looking skin tone. I wanted to share what Korean skincare has taught me. Right now, we're in October. As I mentioned, this is a memory plan with me for the month of September, which means in August, I would have done all my research, bought my products. September, I was already experimenting with the products. A huge tip in introducing new products to your skincare routine is to try and always do a patch test, which means to apply the products to one area of your face in small doses over a few days, first to minimize potential breakouts or outbreaks, I should say. Now, did I do that? I absolutely did not do that. And I shouldn't be playing with my face like that, but I know my skin and I'm aware of its sensitivities, as I've tried just so many different things over the years. But best practice should be to try things out in doses. That way, if there is a breakout, that you can control it and minimize it and stop using whatever product. Also, then you can pinpoint which product is not agreeing with your skin. We're humans, we're all different. We have different allergies, we have different reactions. Do us all a favor and just take your time with this process. There is no rushing in beauty and self-care. It should be indulgent, luxurious, and honestly time-consuming. No, I do not use every single step every single day. Yes, some days I be skipping steps or missing the entire routine altogether because I am human and I have a life and things be happening. But what I will say is, for me, number one game changer has been the cleansing oil, also interchangeably with the oil cleanser. Please do your research. Certain companies and brands will use them interchangeably, but definitely mean completely different things. But as an oily skinned person, cleansing oil, you would think putting oil on your face is only going to make you more oilier. What it actually is supposed to do is balance out the oil in your skin. It also helps to remove deep down dirt and sebum buildup. And as the first step, I've noticed such a difference. So tip, I pump the oil cleanser into my hands. I rub it on a dry face. Rub it all over, and if I need to do a second pump, I do a second pump. I'll go and add a little bit of water to my hand and then rub all over my face. And this now is emulsifying the oil. It's going to start to look milky. This is what you want. This is how it's removing that dirt and that buildup and softening the skin. Then I'm going to take 2 reusable cotton pads. I wet them, squeeze them out, and then I use that to kind of like wipe off all of that product on my face. And then I look at the cotton pad and I'm like, damn, there's so much dirt there. And then I rinse that out. And I continue on to using the second cleanser, which is a water-based cleanser. And this is supposed to remove all the excess dirt and buildup and grime that's on your face. By the time you get to using a toner, whether it's with an exfoliating pad or a cotton pad, disposable one, you shouldn't be seeing any sort of dirt being wiped off on that white cotton pad. And that's what I mean, that this Korean skincare has been a game changer for me personally. The softness, the way my face looks, the way it feels, it's just been completely amazing. I now fully understand that your face needs hydration, and this is where essences and toners come into play, because it puts that hydration back into the skin instantaneously. My face has never experienced this type of hydration before. And after that, another very important thing is sunscreen. As a Black woman, I heard a ton of myths growing up about sunscreen. And honestly, my ultimate determining factor has been the hyperpigmentation on my face. So I have splotches of really light skin and then other areas that are really darker, and to the point where it's very noticeable when people would point it out to me. So as I mentioned, it does run in my family, but this has made me a believer in sunscreen. And with all the money that I'm spending on these Korean products, certain serums are to, lighten certain spots, I will be using sunscreen to make sure that I'm combating the hyperpigmentation that I've endured over the years. As I mentioned, do your research. I'm working really hard to repair my skin's surface and its moisture barrier. And ultimately, the way that applying these products have been feeling for me, it just does something to your confidence. And I really challenge you to invest in yourself, even if it's just the cleansing oil, a water-based cleanser, a moisturizer, and a sunscreen to start. As for me, I have like a new pep in my step. I feel like a goddess after I finish my routine. Like I'm glowing, and I love that I'm just spending more quality time with myself, on my health, and on my beauty. Try it out. I'm on this journey with a few other friends and family members, and the same thing I experienced, they've come back and said, whoa, like I'm feeling like, I'm sitting on the couch and I feel completely different, so definitely explore and come back and let me know how it's going for you.
Thinking about you. If you
At certain points in this video, you're going to be witnessing my creative process. I did 2 attempts at this mood board. The first attempt, you see me dragging things all around, cropping, which is what I normally do. Towards the end, you'll see that I attempted it again. I had to take a break, take a breather, and come back to it. And it just came together. When something's finished and complete, like you just know when it's finished and complete. So I was much happier with the end result, even though I think I spent like maybe 20 minutes like finagling the first part of the mood board. But as I mentioned, this is a part of the creative process. This is a time-consuming hobby, but I enjoy and I love every single part of it, and I hope that you do too. Take time with yourself. There's no rush at all. This chart will be available in my Etsy shop as a printable on an all-white background, which will come with access to the free self-care stickers that I mentioned here, as you can see on the screen. I will also have another listing on Etsy where you can get this exact page from my self-care planner, which will be launching before the end of the year. It will be in the self-care chart, and I will include my mood board template as well. So you'll have the self-care chart layout, and then you'll have the mood board template that I used at the end of the video. To another dimension.